and the Hilltop Hustlers.
Oh shit! All right, yo, we live on the Spreaker.com app as well. If you can't stay on the Instagram, get the Spreaker.com. What up, everybody? It's episode number 77. It's your man DJ Caveman.
Yep, DJ Iron Monkey.
DJ Iron Monkey. Shit, we live on the Instagram today. Check us out on the Instagram on either at Cave World ENT or at DJ Iron Monkey on the Instagram. Check us out. We live over here right now.
DJ Iron Monkey, it's all one word.
What's good for everybody in the chat right now? If you used to seeing us on the Facebook Live, you're gonna need to just go to Instagram instead. Probably should set up my other laptop, but it's too late for that now. So, what's good, man? How you coping with this Coronageddon?
We're just cool. And like today and tomorrow's like my only days off, so I'm just trying to max out and relax as much as possible. I slept until about like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock today. I should have slept in more because I got a headache. Because I was drinking.
I slept till like noon. I mean, I was up early and I got off. Is really what happened.
Nah, I was partying heavy last night, like club hopping, going from like room to room. That's like that's the whole shit nowadays. Like how you can go from like club up or like scene to scene and not leave your house. So like me and my sister, we was club hopping for a second, and I was like club hopping with a couple other folks.
Was you checking out everybody's live feed and shit?
Yeah. Just like how we have our live feed right now, I was keeping other people's shit and seeing like what the scenes were. And like I was talking to my son's mother because we keep it cordial and we're civil. But we was talking, and she was like, "Yo, she was trying to come up here to Rhode Island." I'm like, "Yo, if you come up here to Rhode Island, you're gonna be quarantined." And she's like, "Well, I don't know." I'm like, "Yo, for real, you're gonna be stuck in the house for 14 days. And, we're not together for a reason, and now you're gonna be stuck with me." Now it's different from I'm with you down there for like my daughter and shit, but I'm on your time. But now you're coming up here and you're forced to stay in the house, and you're on my time. So I don't know if you're fitting to deal with that. But she was like, but I miss my friends and my family because she's going through a rough time. So I put it onto the whole clubbing scene. So we went to D Nice for a second, and she was like, it's all right, it's cool. I like the music. And then like certain people started popping up into the room. So she was like, oh shit. Oh, I'm like, yeah. Sometimes like Michelle Obama be in the room.
Word.
Just mad other people. So it's like you're partying with them. Like I was in the room last night.
Tonight is that battle premiere in RZA. Premiere in RZA tonight. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm talking about. There's so many other shits that go on too. Like later on today, they have Kwame. He's doing his one hit hip hop brunch where people will phone in, like how me and you are talking right now. Somebody will do their performance, and then he would go cool. He'll do a little DJ set, and then somebody else will call in. They'll do a song, and then they'll jump out. It's ill times, Especially
Sway, shout out to Sway in the morning. They got some shit going on too.
It depends on who you following, and then you get like a different menu of what you can do. So it's like it's fun to say the least.
Yo, I haven't gone live. I haven't gone live in a couple of days, so this might be an opportunity for me to go live again this afternoon. Either this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna do another live set. I haven't really done a true R&B set yet, so I think I'll do like a true up tempo R&B. Something you could clean up, some old school goodies and some new school goodies. But all up tempo, you can dance around the kitchen and clean and vacuum, and, wash your curtains and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever people doing, it's a new way of life right now. Everybody gotta.
See, the other thing that I'm realizing too is that with a lot of people is that their house wasn't really set up for them to be home all the time. Their house was like their locker. They would just go home, sleep, change their clothes, take a shit, shower, and then bounce and go somewhere else. And use up somebody else's electricity or somebody else's gas and chill on somebody else's crib, because they wasn't paying cable.
I mean, definitely, even watching Jimmy Fallon last night, right? We was watching Jimmy Fallon, and he's been doing shit from his house.
What's that, like a tree house?
I don't know what he has, man, but he's been doing his show from his house, and he was talking to Tariq. And Tariq was I worked with this shit. Like my wife talking to me, asking me to do shit. And it's like he's not used to that because he's on the road. Like the Roosters on the road like most of the year, and then they doing Jimmy Fallon the other part of the year. Like when you're never home, and now you just gotta be home. This shit is hard, man. I'm a pretty solitary dude. I thought I was mad low key, but now I'm like forced to stay in the house, and I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do now?
Well, see, and I saw a meme, and it was funny too, where it was like, when you realize that your normal way of life and your lifestyle is called quarantine. And then they had the picture of the dude just looking to the side and shit. But yeah, that's basically like the way that I've always been set up is that where I'm at home, I'd rather be at home than out on the road and out on the street because I can my bed, I can smoke my weed, I can drink my drink, and I can watch my shows. I got plants. I got this fucking cat that I don't even like, but yeah, I got everything I need. Like I got my Fire Stick, I got Wi-Fi, I got my laptop, I got my records, got my shit. So I'm good. But like a lot of people aren't set up like that, or they haven't really have been forced to have that kind of mentality. So now when they're stuck at home, they're like, yo, fuck that shit, yo, my life sucks. So it's like they're faced with the mirror now.
It's not even that. It's just different when you're used to like, because like my life definitely doesn't suck. I'm just not used to being home. Like I'm used to being able to go.
No, not saying yours, but yeah.
And it's like it's different because like I mean, there's big little projects and stuff we're trying to accomplish around the house, obviously, but we find ourselves like getting easily distracted when we're at home and like some other shit happens and we're like, let's do this thing instead. We started out cooking. We was cooking like my lady was cooking it all the time. I was doing my little thing when I could, and now, we just ordering the fuck out, man.
Well, yeah,
I had takeout the last couple of days. I got to get back on my shit, man.
Well, see,
I haven't gained any weight though. That's the key thing is I haven't gained any weight, but I haven't lost any weight.
Nice.
It's not like I'm on Survivor Island right now, but probably should be.
Oh, okay. I see that. But I've always been like a homeboy. So with me being a homeboy, it's like, I already got my program. It's like if I got time, well, because I'm in essential work, and we'll talk about that in a second. But when I got time, like I got shit that already on my plate that I'm like, easy. Now I got time. I could do this. Now I could do that. Now I could do this. So it's like right now I'm not afforded that ability to go with those projects. The only time I got to get to them is on Saturday and Sunday. Because when I come home from work, I'm beat. Like, if my son didn't do the dishes, then I'm not cooking. So it's like, I end up doing, like, the most immediate shit then. But not like my pet projects, like you said, washing the curtains. I gotta wash my curtains. Simple little shit like that. Doing the dishes. No, not doing dishes, doing laundry and other shit like that. So.
Right. No, for sure. Like, I definitely, there's definitely, like, a lot more housework getting done. I do laundry and shit and trying to like, I know my lady got a nice little list of stuff for me to do, but it's like, I just be getting, I don't want to call it discouraged, but I be getting easily distracted with shit. Like, oh shit, Star Wars, I watched all the Star Wars movies over the last couple of days instead of like cleaning the yard. And then luckily my landscape dude hit me up, was like, yo, about everybody on schedule for this spring cleaning in the yards and the grass, and I was like, hell yeah. So the yard just crossed off the list because I got to do in the garden next week. But like shit, man, I know you're essential, man. For me, I'm not an essential worker, so I'm just out here. My lady's an essential worker. Like she's but she's able to work from home. And I'm non-essential because I work in the club. So my whole life has been relegated to chilling and helping out. You know what I'm saying? But during the day, I just pretty much try to keep quiet so they can do their thing. Or I try to get out and do like some exercises or something. But like, what's it like for you being essential and still having to like get out the house?
It's just rough. like we was talking about it off mic, but I knew about it today because my supervisor started talking to me about it. He was like, "Yo, how many people be on your bus?" I'm like, "Average, like 6 people, maybe." And he was like, "Yeah, because governor came out and she was like, no more than 15 people on the bus." I was like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "I'm cool with money, but like for the other people that are on them high road routes like Broad Street and like East Side and Hope Street and like any other like mainstream type of route, you're gonna be asked out if you're waiting there and then the bus coming and 50 people are already on the bus and it goes right past you. Like the weather's getting better, but still, if it's raining and it's chilly, you're sitting there waiting for the next bus, and then the next bus comes and there's 15 people on that bus too. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You gotta walk to work.
Now you miss 2 buses.
Yeah, you missed 2 buses. And you gotta walk in the rain after standing there for like a half hour, 45 minutes. Like, and then on top of it too, they're not letting you on the bus unless you have a mask. So I don't have a problem with that. You know, it's who's the other people that don't have the mask or didn't get the message or don't watch the news. So
yeah. And they're regulating that shit, at least down in Philly. I saw a story. They ripped the dude off the bus. The police came and ripped the dude off the bus because he was on the bus without a mask. So make sure you mask up for this bus shit, man, because I don't think they're fucking around with that shit at all.
And before it was one of those things when people were looking at me kind of funny because I was wearing my mask. Like, yo, the fuck is wrong with you? Looking at me cross-eyed. And I'm like, man, you know, whatever. Y'all see. So,
what's it like your job, though? Is it still like a lot of people know you basically by yourself? Also, like night at the museum shit, and you just rolling through empty hallways?
Basically, it's roaming through the empty hallways because it's 4 of us in the office, but we got enough spaces. It's the supervisor, me and the other dude, Lenny, and then the copy center dude, Benny, my man Benny. But I got a couple of floors I got to go through. He got a couple of floors he got to go through, and we probably have like yesterday we had 5 people, and that was a lot. On a regular, like all last week and all this week, we probably had 3 or 4 people on a regular basis.
That's crazy.
And one of them is the building manager. And then there'll probably be like one person will come in, just check their mail, see if they got any packages for anybody, and then they bounce. And now we got to the point now where we're handling mail for the other businesses that are in the building, but they're working from home. So now we got to go through their mail. So when we sort through the mail, we got to wear gloves, we got to spray down packages, we got to make sure that, you know, shit is looking legit, because even before this, it was the whole anthrax thing that people totally forgot about. So we look at packages and be like, yo, this should look kind of funny. Like, why this package have all these stamps on it? Like, one package, it was mad kooky. Came from Turkey. And it had a bunch of, like penny and, like, $1 stamps all over the package. And then it had, like, oil marks. It was like, yo, something's funny with this package, man. So we always have to be mindful of handling the mail and how we operate, but it's easy work in a sense, but it's like, yo, I gotta take the bus. I gotta be in the mix, and I didn't want to be the squeaky wheel and be the angry dude talking about hazard pay, because nobody was talking about any of that,
right? Which
was kind of bullshit, because everybody is getting all this extra bonus money and money and this, that, X, Y, and Z. I'm getting paid real money. Like, yeah, Central just makes me feel like I'm just the canary in the coal mine. That's it.
Canary in the coal mine, walking with the ocean difference right there, bro.
Yeah, buddy. But other than that, it's like what they've done is starting on not this past paycheck, but going forward on our next 2 checks, they're gonna give us an extra $2. And I did that before, but you know, I'm gonna take it.
Hey, it's better than no dollars. It's better than no dollars, man. I got a thing that said that the IRS is gonna give stimulus checks to people who generally wouldn't have qualified for them, and there's like a special link on the IRS website to go fill that shit out. So
my sister got her check yesterday.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Was it the full shit?
Full shit.
Damn, that's what's up. So when
Yeah,
they told
so
it real, I was like, ain't no way damn stimulus checks. It was just a thing.
it's real.
I figured it was just a thing that the government was saying so to like keep people from like rioting and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, but there's other things too that are real too. Like my sister was like, her chest are like really like she's really feeling very cautious. So she went to the hospital and they were like, unless you're basically walking dead, can't really do nothing for you. So you got it. So she was like, you're not gonna give me a test, but you just tell me I have it. He was like, just opposite if you have. If your chest is bothering you, unless you're on death's door, we can't see it. So
wow.
they sent her home.
Yeah, well, she's in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are getting diagnosed with it based off that alone, where they're not actually getting tested. The doctor's like, yo, your chest hurt, you got diarrhea, you got headaches, you got it. Just operate as if you have it. So they're not actually giving tests, but they're just telling you, go. Just go. Next.
Yo, in New York, they're getting crushed out there, so I'm sure they're trying to be
Brooklyn.
Yeah, so she needs to stay in the house.
Yeah. Oh no, she's been doing it. That's why, like, me and her been club hopping heavy. So, it's like, she's loving it. She's like, I don't got to do my hair. I don't got to change my outfit. I don't got to tip a bartender. I don't got to get packed down. Like, the fuck? Like, I go walk with my box cutter all I want through my house, but, like, only thing I'm doing is waiting for my Amazon package to come in. That's the only reason I need my box cutter. So,
yeah, right. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, even, like, I was watching a thing on the news this morning talking about the disparity of this whole COVID and how it's affecting not just like older cats living in nursing homes. At least in Rhode Island, like seemed like everybody dying is in a nursing home. But also the disparity between like the hood and wealthier areas because like there's not the same access to medicine or resources, and hoods are generally densely populated areas.
Well, it's not just that. What they've been talking about and what doesn't get reported about on TV is food deserts, where some parts of cities
they talking about that too. Like they were talking about that too. They were saying like the urban, like a lot of the urban communities, specifically like Chicago, Detroit, New York, where like the Louisiana, the hood, they don't have access to fresh fruit and vegetables. They don't have the same access. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that close proximity access, so they gotta go out and venture out to get the fresh fruits and vegetables and gym and that combined with the fact that everybody is fucking sandwiched in, especially like in a city like New York, where those things, some of those apartment buildings go up like 12, 15 floors.
Yeah,
with like 30 people on every floor.
My grandmother used to live on the 19th floor, bitch.
Yeah, like you get in the elevator, you just in the elevator with like 20 people.
Yo, see, that alone is crazy. Like, I don't want to think about it because I lived it, but it's like, number one, you're quarantined, but then you got to go get your groceries. So now you ain't in line for the groceries, but then now you got to go up in the elevator. Now you got to wait in line to get in your elevator to go up and take your groceries. Now you're sitting in the house for the next 2 weeks, a week, or next time you got to go get your medication. So it's tough all around. And people are like, yo, fuck this shit, I'm going to just do me and do whatever. Just take it like recess because they're getting paid, not having to work. It's not counting against any kind of sick time. And everything's cool. Like, they got the internet, they got outside weather, so it's not like a hurricane where you're stuck indoors with no water, no heat, no electricity, no way to get in touch with your friends. Like, you can play video games online now with your friends and not be next to your friend. Like, back in the day, you had to come to my house to play Tecmo Bowl. Like, you can play Tecmo Bowl online now.
Hey, what's up, K Mendez? There's a lot of fucking jiggers in the chat. What up to the not so silent producer? See her in the chat too. Just want to shout out everybody that have been flowing through the chat.
Yeah.
That though, then people are still going out and congregating too, man. I don't know if you've been watching, your girl Gina. I gotta give her props on the fact that she's really starting to crack down on motherfuckers. Like,
I had to talk you off the Twitter.
No, you didn't talk me off no cliff, but I'm gonna give credit where credit is. You know what I'm saying? It's the same with Jordan. It's the same with LeBron. You gotta give the credit where the credit is. It don't mean I like her. It just means that she's doing her job. You know, you don't get rewarded for being a dad. Just like you don't get rewarded for doing the shit you're supposed to do as a leader.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not like I still think she's a piece of shit, but she's doing she's doing a very solid job. I'll say that out loud on the record. She's doing a solid job. But what we got to do too is we got to stop kind of like, man, we got a for those of you that don't live in Rhode Island, you know what I'm saying? We got the Blackstone Boulevard out here, and that shit looked like a festival a couple of days ago. And motherfuckers is not out there like they're driving to the boulevard. Like I'm sure you got a place where you can walk into your house where it's not as packed. Like we got a little bike path over here near our house. We walked. It's like a little 4-mile loop that we walked, and we didn't really encounter that many people because it was just people from little neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like don't drive to a spot because you like walking at that spot if it's packed. But you can't keep putting each other in that situation because none of the bands is never going to get lifted.
And see, that's why I was saying how she was slow walking it. But you see, even in New York is worse because my cousin, like, not just my cousin, but a couple of people have been telling me about how people out in the streets, like in summertime, I have block parties and shit, like cookouts and like Washington Park, like music banging and shit. Like, yo, y'all waiting for the cops to come and waiting for them to really clamp down and be like, yo, y'all niggas didn't have to do it like that. Yo, you could have just told me he's in the house. You didn't have to take cops and shit.
Yo, I heard they're finding people like $1,000 in Toronto if they gather in large groups.
Yeah, in New York they started finding people too because it got to that point. It was like, look, we told you to stay in the house. You try to be cool. I'm like, listen. Now look, now you got $1,000 fine and you got a $1,200 check. So we're gonna hold on to the check and just give you $200. How about that?
Yeah, right.
Be like, no, and then people get tight. But it's just gonna get like that. But
sure,
you know, just stay in the house. And I know me and you was gonna talk about it. Just watch some shows. You know, there's a high time. Like if you ain't get a fire stick or got somebody with a hookup with a fire stick, get somebody.
Yeah, you don't even need to fire. I mean, fire for sure, get somebody. But like, I'm sure there's at least one smart TV in almost every household at this point. Plus, you got your phone. Your phone is like TV. Phones, tablets. Before I had a fire stick, I would watch everything on my laptop, on computer.
Yeah, I still got a desktop over here too. So I'm old school. I gotta go, baby.
I'm sure motherfuckers still got DVD players and shit somewhere.
Watch some old episodes of Martin.
You know, watch all those old DVDs. Read a fucking book. If you're not part of the book club, you know what I'm saying, you should join a book club. We rocking a new book right now called Supermarket, written by the homie Logic, aka Bobby Hall, or Bobby Hall, aka Logic.
Let's just call him Bobby Hall. I have a hard time with Logic. I don't know why, but still, I just do.
But it seems like an interesting read, man, so far. You know what I'm saying? So everybody make sure you're checking out the book. If you're not part of the book club, go to the Saturday morning conversation Facebook page and the book.
So, what's some of the things that you binging on? Like, what are you munching on over there?
Man, I'm watching. Like I said, I watched all the Star Wars movies. I tried to get Nadine to watch it with me, and she keep falling asleep on them, so she's a little behind now. But I still have to watch the newest gents, but I already seen those. So, and I'm back on. Yeah. I see them all. So I'm thinking I might. I still got to finish watching the Clone Wars and the Rebel cartoons.
I'm caught up. Yeah.
So I can have the whole saga. Say that the whole saga.
All right.
And then I might go back and watch the Marvel joints in order. All the Marvel movies in like chronological, not in MCU order. So you watch Captain America first, and what do you call it there?
You watch the Hulk.
The Hulk, and you got the order's online. I got it somewhere, but you got to watch them in order so that the storyline makes sense.
Doctor Strange was talking about the multiverse in his first scene. So like now that people are like, oh, they're gonna go into the multiverse. I'm like, yo, Doctor Strange been talking about the multiverse for a long time.
Yeah. I got Disney Plus, so I'm all those new because we got the kid, we got the young lady in the house. She can't really watch all that R-rated shit. So we got
One
Disney
way
Plus.
was actually pretty good.
I watched Holes the other day. Remember Holes?
Oh, with Shia LaBeouf?
It was with Shia LaBeouf and Sigourney Weaver and motherfucking and the fuck is dude's name? I can never remember his name.
Remember B? What B? Doing them cartwheels and dances.
So yeah, I watched Holes. I've been watching Pluto TV, man. I watched about 10 episodes of motherfucking American Gladiators the other day, last night.
Oh, now you talking?
Yeah, I'm watching some documentaries. I watched a documentary on banjo music and banjos and shit. I had no idea that banjo started in Africa.
Hey, did you know that Nas actually owned Pluto TV at one point?
I did. I knew that.
Yeah, that's why I was rocking with them.
So I watched this thing on banjos, and I didn't know it was an African instrument that got snatched up by white folks back in the day. They used to do like those minstrel shows and shit.
Yeah.
So it was kind of an eye-opening documentary, but it was pretty good. I don't really like banjo music because it just reminds me of like the deep ass woods. But
oh shit! You know what too? Little known secret. I used to play spoons back in the day in Whittle Wood.
Come on, man! You was on your Sunny Spoon shit?
Yo, no word of a lie. My sister loves to bring it up, but I used to whittle wood and like play spoons. Yeah, I was on some Sunny Spoon shit. Yeah.
Damn, was you a private eye too?
No.
Yo, little known fact: DJ Iron Monkey can play the spoons like Sunny Spoon. You're gonna have to play the spoons one time on an episode, man. You gotta hit him with
that shit on my
Yeah, you got it. You're gonna have to do that. That's gonna have to be a video where you play the spoons, because that's a lost art, man. I think I tried to play the spoons once when Sunny Spoons was on TV. I used to watch that shit, and I think I tried to play the spoons, and my mother was like, "Fuck you doing with these spoons?" And I was like, "I don't know," and I just put them back, and I never touched the spoons again. I was watching Carmen Sandiego too. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I got lost at first because they turned it into some whack ass cartoon, but through the power of YouTube, I was able to find it on the tube. That's a couple of those episodes.
That was my shit, man. What else? What else was I?
That's pretty much all I'm watching, man. Like, I'm just watching whatever's new now. Like I said, I'm gonna get after. I watched all the shows that I was trying to watch. I've been watching Deputy with your boy.
Luke Cage?
Nah. It comes on NBC, I think. It might be CBS. It might even be Fox. What the hell is the dude's name? I can never remember anybody's name. I'm gonna just pull up IMDb so I can tell you his name.
Damn, old man.
He was in a bunch of shit. He was in Blade. Babe, help me out. I need to watch it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a dope little show. I know Trolls is out, so I don't know if we're gonna get into watching Trolls or Onward.
You will.
Like I said, I'm watching like some kids' movies. What else did we watch? I watched a ton. We were watching at least a movie a day. Last night we played Taboo.
Where?
Yeah, we played Taboo last night.
Taboo's a real. That's a real like, rated G version of that other game that my son loves to play.
Yo, the clock is mad in Taboo. That's all to say. Like we could have crushed it more. Me and Jay was the guys versus the girls. But Julia's only 10, so she doesn't have the same association as, somebody who knows a lot of words. But she did good. She did good. Yeah, but we crushed him. But she did good.
I'm actually scheduled to play some games with my sister and them. If not later on today, then tomorrow. I'm going to see if we can play some categories. That's my shit.
Steven Dorff. That's his name. Steven Dorff.
Steven Dorff? What? Okay.
Yeah. He's on that show.
You like Dorff like that?
It's pretty good. It's if you get a chance to watch that, you should watch that. Also, Jack Ryan's dope. With your boy from The Office. But it's based on Tom Clancy books, so it's not shitty.
Okay.
Shit, what else? What are you watching? What's on the old school? Watch the original Man Night on Pro TV, not the one with Donnie Yen. Like it was like a dumb dude.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh shit, Hitman. And I started watching it and I was like, this is not Donnie Yen. It was still what I watched was still pretty tight. And then I ended up watching American Gladiators after that.
All right. Yeah, see, when you was watching Carmen San Diego, I saw you posted up about that, so I ended up watching some Square One. That was my shit. So I was doing some PBS. Yeah, so my son on the Square One. At first, he was like, I'm not gonna watch it. I was like, well, you don't really have a choice because you didn't clean up the way that you were supposed to clean up. So yeah, you forfeited your right to watch TV and be on your phone. So just sit down, relax, and get educated, basically. So, you know, at first he was kind of tight because some of the songs are kind of old, and I was like, oh shit, I remember this song. And I remember this one. Oh shit, I remember this skit. And they had Math Man. That was my shit. And then he got when Math Net came on. You know, at the end of every episode, they always had Math Net. Yes. So yeah, that. So they had some real ill shit. Like remember back in the day, there was always a math trick. Was like pick any number and guarantee that at the end the answer will be 3. And then you do the mathematical equation. All right, multiply 2, divide by this, and then the answer is always 3, no matter what number you pick. I was like, shit, I forgot about that one. So my son was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna try that. I'm like, yeah, I bet you are. So he was playing tight. But yeah, so Square One, that was my shit. Bloodhound Gang, I was in the PBS surfing for a bit. Because I'm home. But I got a lot of downtime at work. Don't tell my boss. So I can watch this. Yeah, well, when it's time for me to do shit gets done. I'm not like, you know what? When it goes to commercial, I'm gonna get to it. Nah. He's like, yo, whenever you get a chance, such and such and such. I'm like, all right, cool. I get up and I do it. So anytime you see me sitting down, that means my shit is done. You know, ain't nothing for me to do. But what else I've been rocking with? I've been rocking this new show on AMC, Dispatches from Elsewhere, with Jason Segel, Sally Fields, Andre Benjamin is in it. He plays a really weird role in that show, but it's an ill show. Been rocking with Black Monday on Showtime. Been rocking with I still watch some of the old episodes of Watchmen because that was my shit, and I'm mad that they're not doing season 2.
Yeah, that was a terrible show to cancel, man. That was a great show.
Oh my god, that broke my heart. Let me see what else I got going on. I caught up on Black Lightning. I know tomorrow Netflix is gonna have that bonus episode of Joe Exotic. But yeah, other than that, I know there's one other show. I'm getting back into Brockmire, but that show is real cringeworthy. Along with Dave. Dave is kind of cringeworthy.
Oh, it's your boy. What's his name?
Yeah, Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
I heard it was good.
It's a good show, but it's got a lot of cringeworthy like parts. Where for me, I was like, but it turns the corner, and I'm like, all right, cool. But it's a good show. You know, I'll recommend it to people. So I got that, and then movie-wise, that Coffee and Cream shit that was on Netflix is real funny.
Oh, is it? I was worried about that one. I wasn't really sure what was happening with that one.
That show, it was better than I had expected. Like I was like, all right, you know, it looks like it's gonna be funny. A couple of Taraji P. Henson movies that I watched wasn't up to snuff. I should say, like the one where she was like the badass chick that was beating up people. That was okay.
I didn't know she was. Oh, I know what movie you're talking about. Yeah, I don't really rock with Taraji too heavy if she's like trying to star in some shit by herself. She's on that same level with what's her name to me, the non-funny comedian chick.
You call her non-funny. Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, she's not funny to me, man. I think she's a good like comedic actress, but she's not funny on stage. Like as a stand-up, she's not funny. But I feel that way about a lot. I think a lot of comedians.
She paid a lot of dudes back in the day, and that's the thing that I
like.
Here's
the thing. I think that as a comedian, right, you're either funny, like it's hard to be funny on screen and funny on stage. Like it's hard to do both. And so
you have to make a decision.
I think she needs to just be funny on screen because she's more of a physical comic, you know. And she's actually, in my opinion, she's too loud for stage. Like her brand of comedy is like super loud and obnoxious, and I think that works better on screen. I feel the same way about Kevin Hart. I think he's funnier on screen than he is on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like some people just shouldn't, like, you gotta, I mean, I know as a comic you gotta do your stand, you gotta pay your stand-up dues usually before you even get a TV show. But I feel like, you know what I mean, certain people just shouldn't do it. Like, I feel like Seinfeld should never be on stage. He should just write. Larry David, not funny on stage. Great writer. Seth Meyers, better comedic writer. Conan O'Brien, not so funny as an actor, but funnier on stage, but also a better writer. Like, you gotta like find your comedy lane and just live in that lane. Like, you can't be trying to cross over too heavy.
Well, see, there's the other thing too. A lot of those writers, the reason why they go on stage is to get their FaceTime. And then with that FaceTime, it'll be springboard them to something else, to like doing movies, but you have to go on stage. It's just one of those things.
I mean, yeah, it's a rite of passage, right? So you got to do your stage show, but like at the same time, you should, I don't know, like I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of her stage work, but I fucks with some of her movies, you know. But who's another one that's much funnier on screen that I saw on? But then there were some people that should never act because they're just terrible actors.
I watched a movie recently with her, and it came out like late last year, like around November or so. And it was kind of weirdish. It was like dealing with like some kind of election shit with like her and her husband. She was married to some white dude. That movie's weird. Like, I was mad I watched that. I'm mad I watched that, and I watched it a long time ago. But Sorry to Bother You. With the dude from Atlanta, and he does mad other shit. Lateef, what is that his name?
I didn't see that. So I don't know.
He was in Knives Out. He was in Death Note on thing. But that movie is fucking weird.
You know,
oh my god!
But you also have like Aziz Ansari, who I think is much funnier on stage than he is on screen. You know, Russell Peters can't act. Like, he should just not act. But he's funny on stage, you know.
Notice. I'm laughing, but I'm not co-signing. I might run across these people. I'm run across some of these people.
Let's run across them. Yo, man, I'm with All Smoke, so they could come on the show. We could talk about it. I'll ask them to their face why they act, because they're terrible. Like, here's the thing. Like, if I do some shit and I'm terrible at it, I need people to tell me I'm terrible at it so that I can not do that shit no more. Or at least know that I'm better at one thing than I am at the other. Not everybody knows. They don't see both sides of the lens all the time.
Is this my opportunity to tell you about flashing your abs or trying to like roll your abs around me? Like, just don't do that. Is this my opportunity to tell you? Don't do that around me.
Listen, man. First of all, when I get abs, everybody's going to get to see them. They're going to be on display. It's been an awful long time since I had some abs. So when they come back, the world will have to feel the strength of this.
Are we going to keep doing this social distancing? Because I can get jiggy with that. I can't get jiggy with sitting here and you and your abs dripping like oil on yourself like this motherfucking Tory Lane show and shit like that.
Hey, man, listen. See, that's what happens when you get abs, when you start doing weird shit. Like, just randomly taking your shirt off for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You're not even hot. You're just like...
Well, Ezekiel Elliott, don't do
like
that to
my
me,
abs
man.
can't breathe. I'm going to get the shirt with the blind thing. We can pull it. Whoop. And your abs just
come on, Ezekiel Elliott. Don't do that shit to me, man.
sit, man. That's it. I'm ready. I got like a year. I got like a year. His wedding's coming up in about a year, so.
Just don't make it no motherfucking Tory Lanez live show quarantine shit where you dripping milk and all this kind of shit. Don't just don't do that. Like you can be at home.
I'm not a sex symbol like that yet, man. But if I get the sex symbol status, then I gotta operate like a sex symbol. Come on, man. We doing big things with this podcast. You never know. You could be a sex symbol in a year or two. Then you're gonna have to start doing sex symbol shit.
Yeah. In private.
That's not how you make. That's not how you get to be the sexiest man alive, man. You got to do sex symbol shit. And I'm gonna be married, so I can't be out there with my Playboy in. So I got to do other sex symbol shit, like drip honey down my abs.
No, not with me sitting next to you.
I'm gonna do what you sitting next to me. It's not that kind of party.
Like all this wet. No, because then on top of it, I'm like, yo, I'm sitting next to you, and people are like, yo, you do the podcast with the dude that dripping abs on him? Like, yo, you ever do that shit next to you? I'm like, yo, I'm not answering these questions.
Like, nah. Like, I'm gonna always keep it. The sex symbol shit is just, it's not for you. You know what I'm saying? But when you become a sex symbol, you're gonna understand my plight. You're gonna be like, damn, I gotta be out home dripping honey. I gotta drip honey down my abs. That's what you're gonna have to do, son. That's what happens when you become a sex symbol. You start doing shit like filming your workouts and wearing tighter clothes and just randomly flashing your abs while you go to the corner store. That's the type of shit you're doing. What up, cuz?
What up,
cousin Larry in the building? What's going on, everybody? Marvin or Mervin?
Yeah. Nah, that's my man from Hope High School. But he knows about it. But as long as you don't stop wearing Jamaican shirts, B, like them fishnet shirts, just don't do that shit around me.
Ah, man, I'm about to start wearing them shit.
Keep that roof wearing shit on camera. Like,
I'm gonna start wearing them shit.
We can chat via Skype.
Everywhere, man. Everywhere. I'm rocking them shits everywhere. Like your boy, did you see the thing I posted with your boy doing that aerobics on the British TV?
No.
Yeah, the super ultra tight.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah.
That dude? Nah. Look. You might be married at that point
that's it.
in your life. You might be married in that part of your life, but people are going to really start to question you, B.
I'm not gonna wear the shorts. I'm not gonna wear the shorts, but I gotta let my abs breathe.
The fact that you was looking to go running and you was looking for your old high school shorts, that's the way you're gonna be looking in your old high school shorts right about now, B.
Nah, because we didn't have them little joints like y'all had at Hope, man. We got our coach to get us some real shorts. them whole high school track shorts was like the 1965 joints that they just kept recycling over and over again. We got our coach to get us some. Yeah, we got our coach to get us some real shorts that went down to like almost the knee.
I really had to choose a side, which side I wanted to shift my nuts to, because it wasn't just sitting in the middle. It just was short.
Yo, we had them joints. I had them joints in college though. I had them little joints in college, and I was like, man, I gotta put some compression shorts on underneath this shit.
See, this is before compression. Like, I couldn't wear boxer briefs, and then I had to pick a side, and it was like, all right, cool. The lap, it goes around this way, and it doesn't go around the other way. So I'm gonna set my balls on this side, so that way it's not running too much when I'm running. These tough decisions I had to make back in them days, dude.
Yo, when I was in college, man, I felt naked. That was the first time I felt naked on the track, man. I had to put them little ass shorts on, and I was like, yo. And now motherfuckers are just putting on Speedo swimsuits now, so.
Aerodynamics, man. Yo, Touchdown was ahead of its time.
Track and field is like softcore porn for ladies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm mad NBC don't got no track and field right about now.
There ain't no track and field. There ain't no sports, man. I miss sports.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're not even showing reruns.
Right? Show me last year's World Championships or some shit.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Talking about this shifting my ball shit. Yeah.
I see, cuz I only been up about an hour myself, man. We just rocking and rolling over here.
Yeah,
I appreciate you
probably
jumping
woke
on
up about
and rocking with
probably
us.
woke up about 15 minutes ago. We've been on for about a half hour.
Yeah, we've been rocking, man. We rocking and rolling right now. So it's always a Saturday conversation. You know, we always get it popping.
Yeah.
Talking about things and the goings on around the world right now. Right now, ain't shit really happening except this coronavirus shit. In Massachusetts or Rhode Island today, I saw on the news. If you go to Massachusetts now, for those of you who are not familiar with the map, Rhode Island, there are parts of Rhode Island that are literally like I'm 5 minutes from Massachusetts. So,
where you are?
You know, there's something came down the pipe. I was watching it on the ticker that said that if you go to Massachusetts for any non-essential reasons, that you have to quarantine for 14 days. Like I drive through Massachusetts on my way to other parts of Rhode Island sometimes. So how's that going to work?
No, but I think that's if you get out the car. Like if you drive through, like if you're going like through Attleboro.
Yeah, the BJ's that I go to is in Attleboro. It's 5 minutes from my house. I'm not gonna drive 25 minutes to the one that's in Rhode Island when there's one right by my house that also sells alcohol.
You gotta do that.
I mean, I'm pretty quarantined anyway. You know, I'm only getting out like.
Don't let them lock you up in Massachusetts and be locked up abroad. And we doing the show from Massachusetts. You be like, yo, sitting in the bus station, bus depot, like, yo, doing the Saturday conversations from this bus depot. Nah, nigga, leave me alone. I ain't got no change. Like, no, you can't call your mother. Like, is your mother even alive? Yo, the fuck is a 4-year-old doing inside this bus depot by themselves? Like, you're gonna be asked out in Boston, man.
My pops live in Boston, man. I won't be asked out. It'll just be the two of us listening to jazz music.
All right. Yeah, that's true. Your father's out there.
Yeah, nah.
Imagine somebody who does that, don't got family, and then just gotta be like, yo, the hotels are closed.
Dude.
Yo, you gotta sleep in your car.
My guy, you forget about all the international students right now that's just locked in the country.
I was talking about that long ago where it was like when they started flushing out the colleges. I'm like, yo, I paid, if I'm a college student, I'll be heated because I pay for room and board for the year.
Now, you get that back. You get that back.
But the thing is, I get that back, but I can't go back to my country because if my country is Italy or if my country is China, they're all locked down. So
a few people got out early, but like I picked up a lot of brown kids during the Uber times. And they would just go into their friend's house that they had. They got lucky if they had friends or family here. If not, they probably living at Crossroads right now or some shit because they don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of homeless international students in the country right now that didn't get out in time. You know, and then
them Brizzy kids, they're really struggling artists right about now.
There's a large Asian community out here, like from China and Japan, and like who's to say if they go back, would they even be let back in the country? You know what I'm saying? At the state of where we're at right now.
Between RISD, Johnson and Wales, Bryant College, and that's not even talking about Brown. Like those 4 schools alone have a heavy population, but you know. My prayers and thoughts are with them, and that's not even to be sarcastic or tongue-in-cheek with it. You know, I'm really praying for them because even before you brought this up, like a couple of weeks ago, when I started to see a lot of the RISD kids from my started to pile out, I'm like, oh shit, the fuck are you gonna do if you ain't got no family or friends? You know?
Like I said, we had to drive to Philly. We drove to Philly to pick up our college student, and there was a lot of people. Like, some people had some place to go, some people didn't. You know what I'm saying? You just had to like kind of get in where you could get in.
Yeah, and you know how many of them stories where people was living in their car and they struggled through high school and they got scholarship to go to college and now they got room and board. That was their home.
Right. Not even thinking about those kids who struggled and they come from like, you know, those little poor back country road towns in like Alabama and shit. They live in like 15 in a house that only hold like 4 people.
Yeah.
And it's bad out there, man. It's bad. Like, so hopefully, motherfuckers are staying in the fucking house so we can get back to normal. You don't understand? I haven't worked in a month. What's today? The 11th. March 11th was my last day of work. So I've been out of work for 30 days. 4 weeks. I missed a whole month worth of cash.
Your beard is coming in nice, though.
Sick right now. Oh, the beard. Yo, the beard? Yo, I might look like a fucking... I might look like a Philly Muslim by the time this shit is done.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna look like Black Thought, but the light skinned version by the time this shit is done.
You're not that light skinned now. The fact that you classify yourself as light skinned and I'm lighter than you, that doesn't really.
Listen, I'm a smooth brown. I'm a smooth brown.
Okay, I'll go with the toasted caramel then.
Toasted caramel.
Yeah, see that's part of the sex symbol thing, huh?
Yeah, see, you gotta know, you gotta appreciate.
Because I'm always smoking and I'm caramel colored, toasted caramel.
See, you warming up to the idea of being a sex symbol. That's important.
Nah, see, I was gonna say about that. The only sex symbol scene that I'll most likely ever really fit to be on is the spa accessory shit. The fact that me and my sister was talking more about it and starting to move more of the milk baths.
So what you're saying is you about to start starring in your own milk bath ads?
No, but I might holler at one of them Instagram models that was on that Tory Lanez live shit.
You're gonna hit him. You're gonna hit him with the glass, the smooth glass. Like, if you're about that bath life, you know what I'm saying? You need to get with these Daddy Dearest milk baths. I can see it.
With goat milk.
Fresh.
Not because you see, it didn't really dawn upon me about all of it because I had the whole idea of milk baths and exotics and doing the crossover between DJI and Monkey and the other brand, Daddy Dearest Designs, where I'm going to release a music podcast and then I'm actually have some product to go along with it. And how am I going to, have people enjoy a milk bath and some of the spa accessories. So that started to frame how I was going to do the music. But then when I started formulating that in my mind, I started seeing how Lil Boosie was doing some shit down in Louisiana on his live feeds. And then come to find out, Tory Lanez was doing the same kind of shit. So I started watching the Tory Lanez, but then the bitches started pouring milk on them. I'm like, you know what? This is brand crossover right here. Maybe, once I get my shit really where it needs to be, I'll have one of these models, have them pour, some of the milk bath shit on themselves and take a bath with it. Because, this shit was getting wild, B. This shit was wild. I'll probably send you some videos, but, and I'm glad your woman's cool with shit like that. But
I'm not trying to watch Tory Lanez.
It's not even about him. It's not even about him. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, you don't watch porn, so it's hard for me to use that.
I don't have abs, right? So when I chill in the milk bath, it looks like an island coming up out of the milk bath.
Milk duds?
Yeah, man. It's like, oh no.
You know what? I'm mad that you're trying to put that image in my head.
Yo, they just.
And I'm not going to have that image in my head.
Yo, they just ended our live feed.
I was more so looking to holler at the chicks. That's what I'm talking about, not the dudes.
Hey, they just ended our live feed, dog.
Oh, it's you froze over here?
Nah, they just ended it. It says live video ended.
Instagram knocked us out because we was more than an hour.
Oh. Man, that's whack. I got 5 minutes on the clock. Over here.
All right.
So we're going to
but you can still hear me, though.
I can still hear you because I got you on the Skype. So we still live and direct speaker. Damn, that sucks, man. All right, well.
I could request you, or I could just go live.
Nah, we only got a few more minutes, so
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I like the Facebook. We got to figure out the Facebook because Facebook will let us rock as long as we ain't playing music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see you on that bath life, yo. You got to make some t-shirts that say hashtag bath life, yo. Hashtag.
Yeah, see, that's the part. That's the part of me not being home and being quarantined, where I actually have to be at work and be functional. Where it's like, I look at down, I'm doing this, and now the boss is like, yo, I need you to do that. So a lot of times, like the shit kind of throws me off. So I don't need that requires me to just not be disturbed. But like, yeah, that whole bath life shit, t-shirts, not even t-shirts. What we was talking about with like little knickknacks that you could put in the baskets or put packaged with the milk bags, like the natural loofah, but then those shrink wrap towels that they be having.
Oh yeah.
And you drop it in the water and then it expands. So have one of them, then like have monkeys instead of see if we could like a special design or have it embroidered with the company name on it. So we was trying to cook up a little bit of ideas on what we're gonna do. Seeing that she got hustler's check, so fit to tap that resource, and have her be an investor. But yeah, that bath life shit is gonna really start the pop once I have to get my footing with it.
Yeah, I'm starting on our website design or something, so we can start putting some product out. Cave World Entertainment, Daddy Dear's Designs, hashtag label out, hashtag bath life. Mm-hmm. Those all about to come soon. But yo, we up against it, man. We rock with another pretty dope show, remote.
Yeah, buddy. Social distance.
Live on the Instagram. It didn't really have the same pop as Facebook. It shut us down, but it's all good. Because we always live on the Spreaker.com. This week we remote in our respective houses, rocking with that social distancing. Mm-hmm. Make sure y'all checking out all the podcasts available on the YouTube. Go to the-Saturday-Conversation and check all those. What is the porch, as well as the Pretty Sexy podcast with me and my lady.
Oh yeah.
I
gotta check that episode. I had that on my watch list too.
So that episode will be available. I'm just looking for some artwork right now so we can really come out. We might come out with 2 episodes. So our Facebook Live is like our behind the scenes while we're recording, and then I edit it down and we're gonna put it out. So we can get some cameras in the office and shit. We got 92 episodes on YouTube right now between the Saturday Conversation and the porch. Even though we're only on episode 77, we got a couple of 0.5 episodes in there.
Oh yeah.
So make sure you go check those out and follow us on all the social media platforms. I'll add us. The shows is getting better and better. You know what I'm saying? We're getting our shit going. Every week. So make sure you check. And
oh yeah, happy Easter, y'all.
Yo, that's right. Easter Sunday is tomorrow. I didn't even think about that shit.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you quarantine, man. We be forgetting about shit. I don't even know what day it is.
It's Groundhog's Day for y'all. Like, it's Saturday. I know it's the weekend. Fuck that shit. I know it's the weekend. There ain't no question. Because I gotta go to work on Monday. I'm sick because if I fake sick, then they'll tell me stay home for 14 days and might not pay me my regular pay. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not finna fuck around with that shit. So.
Yeah, they made my mom stay home, and they're still paying her though. But now they're making her work from home.
Yeah, it's how to live mail when you work home.
Like, y'all only get email today. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not opening shit and scanning shit. Hell no, that's way more work. Hell no. And then all of a sudden be like, yeah, your grandmother sent you $2. Actually, it was $2, but I only know about the 2. So I'm gonna scan that $2 and I'm gonna send it to you. That's just not gonna work. Like, but yeah, man, I mentally I gotta, because it is exhausting. I gotta just settle in and just enjoy these live feeds. Don't forget RZA versus Premier. We got the
man. Shit, that's a fun dog. Is I love the RZA and the things that he's done for Wu-Tang, and I'm sure he's done some other stuff for other people, but I don't really know too much. Like my only beef with these live feeds is that some of them are like, I feel like they're imbalanced, right? So because you have like a guy like Scott Storch against Manny Fresh, and Manny Fresh really ain't do too many joints outside of like Cash Money. He did a few, but I was like, damn. Meanwhile, Scott Storch had at one time like 35 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 at the same time.
People forget about him.
I mean, like, dudes forget how nasty Storch was, you know. And it was like, it just didn't even seem like a good battle, because it's like you already knew Manny Fresh was only gonna play like maybe like 3 or 4 songs that wasn't Cash Money.
Number one stunner. Oh no, not Cash Money. Oh damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have that many joints. And then you have dudes like, I think the best battles are like producers, like Storch should have been up against somebody else who got mad hits with other people. Like, Storch is just a producer; he's not a performer, and he produced for like a lot of camps. So I would love to see like Storch versus Timberland, or Storch versus Dre, or versus even like the Hitmakers or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas like you don't have even like the Neo battle was like, yo, dude, you know you about to hear Mad Neo, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he wrote for everybody back in the day, but it's all his big hits.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like the John to Austin, that dude wrote for everybody. But he never tried to get on the other side of the mic, so it's like you knew you were gonna hear like a good variety of shit. So some of these battles, like, that's like my biggest gripe with the battle, because it's like, all right, you're gonna have, like, if it's 2 artists, then it makes sense. Like Fat Joe versus Lil Wayne, or you know what I mean? Even like T-Pain versus Lil Jon. It was like, ugh. But Lil Jon had some sneaky. Lil Jon had some hits.
Yeah, he did.
Lil Jon had some sneaky. It was like, yo, he did this shit.
You see, there were a couple of other ones, and I missed last week with Teddy Riley versus Babyface. I missed that one.
I missed that one too. I want to see that one.
But everybody was saying how Babyface was going to watch. I'm like, how? When Teddy Riley did a lot of shit. Like, for me, it's like, yo, if you, and this is where the RZA kind of gets himself pigeonholed, because he only basically had that one type of sound for Wu-Tang. With Premier, he has more range in regards to, all right, I produce for Gangstar, I produce for J. Rue the Damage, I produce for this. So every person has a different vibe, so he has different waves that he can come with. So people are like, oh, Premier's going to wash him. Like, it's like the undefeated Patriots versus my new Giant.
I also think those are hits.
It depends on how you go song to song. My boy Mosquito was saying too, it's all about how the RZA picks his songs.
Yeah.
Really and truly. Because if he starts playing shit from like Gravediggers or popping some man shit, he's gonna lose.
Yeah, he gotta play Wu-Tang shit.
Yeah. Like they had a couple of cheat sheets that were circulating online, but some of them songs aren't even RZA songs. Some of them are like Ninth Wonder. Some of them are some other producers, but or Mathematics, other. But yeah, you gotta come with the hits, you know. But if you're not, Premier could get himself in trouble too, because people are like, oh, that's an ill beat. Well, right. But he might come in on just the beat alone, but like, oh, this was the thing that I really wanted to see was come up with fresh beats. Was like kind of like Iron Chef. Like, all right, you know what? You got these elements. You got like a day to rock, and then when we come tomorrow with these elements, you got to show us what you can up with these elements. I mean, so that's what I want to see more so with some of the producers, where it's now more organic rather than, oh, I like that song, or
right.
I remember that song. I remember when I was doing this. So now you're voting based on emotion rather than actual musical shit. You know what I mean?
You motherfuckers ain't gonna put themselves out like that, because you gotta remember, like, some of these producers don't even produce all this shit. They got a team. They got a team in the back room that's producing their shit, and they're buying a lot of those beats from like these up and coming dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of these guys are probably not even making tracks anymore.
It's like,
you know, like, I'm Bray. I don't gotta make tracks. I'm gonna just call this dude and be like, "What you got for me?" I'm gonna buy them shits on some exclusive shit, and come as Dre. I mean, I'm sure he still has the talent, but I don't think Dre's sitting in the lab every day at 50-something years old, like crafting up new shit.
True.
Meanwhile, you know a dude like Timberland is, because he's on Instagram all the time crafting up new shit.
Yeah, that's because like you were saying, I could buy a beat from you as a major producer. I could buy a beat from you, tweak it, turn down the bass, add a little bit of treble, go pew pew here, there, and now it's my beat. And you got paid. But I bought it. Now it's mine. It's no longer yours. It's mine.
Hey, so then I'm a solid producer in the house.
Yeah, I keep getting this from my sister. She was on the streets getting some fish and meat. Oh.
She's yelling at me for chapstick. But yeah, make sure I'm gonna check this battle out tonight though, because I want to check it out. I mean, I got my money. Ah man, I feel like if the RZA plays enough, like it's, I don't know what else he's done because bang shit. So he gotta play the Wu-Tang hits. Like I feel like he gotta play Daytona 500. He gotta play Bring the Pain. He gotta play Protect Your Neck. You know. You know, and Primo, if he don't play Dwick, then he lost.
Not necessarily so. Nah, he got enough. He can go he can go Jew the Damager. He can go because
he got to play clean too.
There was long ago. I bought a few records from Beat Street when they were still open, and I have a couple of records that are Premier samples, so it's just their songs, and I had a couple of that were Wu-Tang, and I used to play them on weekends. So for me, I know they're not going to play the original songs, the stems that they got their shit from, but I'm looking forward to the battle. I'm going to go with the RZA.
I'm riding with the RZA tonight too. I think the RZA, unless Primo been doing some shit and not really putting his name on it, like some low shit, I don't see that he got the hits. I'm sure he got dope songs that are going to be like, yo, that's dope. But I watch these battles. I'm listening for the hits. I'm not necessarily because I already know what their catalog is like. So I'm listening for like how they put their songs in and what songs they come back with. So it's like, all right, you drop J. Rue the Damager. All right, what does the RZA has that's gonna beat that song, and is he even gonna put it in that spot? Like you can't throw all your hits out early, but you gotta sprinkle them in so you can win every round.
What that reminds me of is a game that not a lot of Americans know about. Is a called COD, where I got into Top COD long ago online. I totally got away from that shit. Actually, after we get off this podcast, you'll look up some Top COD games. But it's like basically whatever. If somebody plays a card, you got to play a card, and it's basically like a game of war. Like you just been dropping cards, but. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be some of my entertainment night, you know. No, I'm not drinking. That's for damn sure.
Hey, I'm about to break something. I just ate one of these adult cheddar biscuits with the magic pixie dust in them. So I'm about to coast through the rest of my day.
All right. Yeah, man. I gotta get myself together and see what's happening now, man. Because I gotta see what's happening with the Instacart. I gotta get some more.
Oh man, don't go through whatever you do. Don't go through Walmart and it's just not come for like 4 hours, dog.
I can live with 4 hours because
I did a DoorDash yesterday at Walmart out here in Smithfield, and I waited out there for 90 minutes and nobody ever came. The dude ended up canceling this shit because it was like it just takes forever. Like go through like a grocery store or some shit where you know they're gonna that's what they do. Yeah. Dave's, you know what I mean? Market basket shit, or just go yourself. Like you'd be better off masking up and going there yourself. It'll be quicker.
Nah, long and short, I don't have my card, so that's why. But I have my card number. That's why I'm fitting to do the Instacart shit.
Oh, word, I forget.
Yeah. Long story short, man, like I had to call the motherfucker at Ripper. He was like, the building's closed. We don't even know if we have it. I'm like, that's a bold lie because if anything, I lost my card last week. And how do you not know that you have my card when I said I lost my wallet? The lady asked me my name. I told her my name. She went over. She was like, oh, it's not even a wallet. It's a plastic sleeve. So you're trying to tell that the place is closed and you don't have it is bullshit. He was like, well, we're not responsible for lost items. I'm like, yeah, you're not responsible for me leaving it on the bus, which is true. You're responsible for it now because you have it.
Right, so because they told you they had that shit.
Yeah, so he was trying to get real flip with me. I was like, look, you're not responsible for the bus part. You're responsible for the fact that you found it and you have it right now in your possession. He's like, well, I'm not responsible for lost items. I'm like, yeah, like mine isn't working with me, man. Like, so just cut that bullshit out and just be straight with me. He's like, well, I can't do anything. I'm like, I can't go in the building. The building's closed. I'm like, how is the building closed? And the lady looked and saw my card yesterday. And the building was closed Monday. I'm like, yeah, you're full of shit. I'm like, yo. So, yeah, I got to wait for a call from the governor's office. Because he's like, yo, just want to card. I'm like, that's $40 in my pocket that I don't want to spend for shit that you got that could cost you 50 cents to just put in the mail. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right.
I do not. I'm like, plus it's my ID. So now I don't have an ID until you're ready to open up.
We up against it right now. Make sure you check us out every other Saturday. So we here now. We're gonna be back 2 Saturdays from today.
Yeah, for that smoke 420.
Which is the 25th. So be celebrating 420 Day. Among other things, and we'll have shit to talk about on 425. So make sure you join us 2 weeks away. In the meantime, like, share, follow friends. Make sure they all logging in, checking out the Saturday conversation. We appreciate y'all coming out and meeting us in the live rooms. We're gonna figure it out. And every show, you know what I mean? We appreciate the support.
Yes, indeed.
Check us out on our social medias. Get you some bath life. Man, Daddy Ears Designs, aka DJ Iron Monkey. Make sure you join.
Indeed.
I'm gonna figure out if I'm gonna go live today or tomorrow with that smooth R&B set for the house. Little mid tempo, up tempo R&B, nothing too fast, nothing too slow. So I've been thinking about doing some bedroom vibes one of these nights, but I gotta figure that whole situation out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have the mood music for the quarantine.
Yeah. Just don't have the abs out.
Oh, man, you can't do the mood music without the abs out. But lucky for the world, I don't have abs right now. So, but, you know, it's lucky for the world, boy. Ooh, shit. But we're gonna hop off, and y'all get with us on all the social medias, and we'll be back. Check us out.
Peace.
All right, boom, that's done.